Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to another Let's Play. And we are using Bob's Mods. We're using some robot mods, and of course the Evo, the evolution stats are up here in the top left. They're all modded, so that's what we're doing. Last episode, we fixed our power, and we've got our Tier 3 circuit cards completed. We're out of fuel in our tin. Okay, we can fix that, which is probably good because I don't see any. Let's see. Oh no, we had plenty of tin on the belt, so we're not suffering there. So we've got our Tier 3 circuit cards just completed, and you can see them here. They're going into a chest right now. I'm going to have to decide exactly how I'm going to get them onto our bus, which right now consists of copper, iron, Tier 1 and Tier 2 circuit cards, and then our steel is out here on a separate bus as well, paralleling the main. So I'll probably get the circuit cards, Tier 3 circuit cards, on this bus, or I might merge the iron, copper, and steel into one bus and keep the circuit cards all on a bus here in the as it gets around the factory. I don't have a lot of room to move it right now, so just started researching batteries. I can see our green science. We don't have a lot of room for our science to grow. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to loop this science around and do another set of factories up alongside this one, which will allow me to actually accumulate more science when I'm not doing any research like I was for a good chunk of last episode. Yeah, having issues here. Oh, that's why. This one was going in the wrong direction. Still having issues. Okay. So what we'll do then is let's build one more science just so I can get this placement right. But I should be able to parallel these here. And like I said, that will allow me to build up some more, accumulate more science when I'm not actually researching something, which happens periodically when I'm busy doing something else. Okay, so that's how that will go. I'm going to wait until that all, excuse me. I like having, when I can, having 50 to 100 green and red both on the line, ready to go when I decide I need to crash a project. Okay, so I was going to look at production. That's what I was going to do. Let's go 10-minute snapshot and take a look. So right now we're producing 251 iron sheets, consuming 270 per minute. Not bad. That means we're going to be running out over the long haul, but takes quite a while to do that. Copper, 120 a minute, and consuming only 73 a minute. So our copper's in good shape. Steel, we're not really doing anything with steel right now. Circuit boards. Wood is probably a good one. We're producing 19 a minute and consuming 19 a minute, so we're okay there. Circuit boards, 19 and 19. Copper cable, producing 66, consuming... I know we're consuming some, but I don't see it. Over here it is 66, so we're okay there. What else? We're not producing red assembly machines. I wonder why that's even on the list. We're not producing labs either. Salt, that's something we'll have to pay attention to because that is not self-sufficient. How about logs? Are they on here? Producing 13.5 a minute. Seems awfully low. Consuming, it just jumped 12.6 a minute. So it's still keeping up. I don't see any real bottlenecks here. Solder and basic electronic components would be the one to pay attention to. 19.2 16.9, so we're okay there. And solder, where's the solder? I don't see the solder on here. It's probably jumping around there to 6.1, so, and 4.2. So production wise, we're keeping everything nicely balanced, it appears. Now, as soon as I start making more, I don't know, droids or something like that, that'll probably jump. Okay, bus. Now, if I actually pull the copper and tin down to parallel the steel, that would allow me to maybe do an inner loop here with the tier 3 circuit cards. That's probably the best thing to do. Actually, I guess I could just parallel the tier 3 circuit cards on the inside of this loop with a reach of 3 now. If we put one of these down, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I would have to have one gap in there in order for a long inserter to reach all 3 belts. So that's what we'll plan on doing, is the next iteration of the bus is going to just need one gap in it between the two. So I could actually put another bus line along this steel here. That'll give me one gap here, and then one gap on the inside of this loop, and maybe put the tier 3 circuit cards there. So I think that's what we'll end up doing in the long term. I'm not going to worry about it right now. We don't have a lot of need for the tier 3 circuit cards. It's just something I wanted to get done. We've got a bunch of machine guns. Let's go ahead and we used up all our armor. I didn't want to do that. How many extra machine guns do we have here? 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm going to make 8 armors, 1 for myself and 7 for the robot factory here, and force feed, and get a couple more the combat drones. Let's see. Assembly machine is making, that's the rifle bots. I guess there's, oh wait, okay. What do we have here? This is making the undeployed rifle bots. This is making the deployed rifle bots. This one is making the undeployed droids, battle droids, and it's already got, okay, let me take one of these armor. I need one, just one. Just one, there we go. So we already have all the armor that we need. Let's just dump these machine guns in the factory. Oh, I can't only put them in 2 at a time. Oh, wait, we already had a bunch of machine guns in a chest here. So why aren't you making things? I don't know. It's making things now, and we still have excess machine guns. Okay, so we'll have some of the battle droids. We could make some flame droids. Let's take a look and see what we actually want to manufacture next for our automation here. Now, an army loot chest would be useful. That way the droids, if they survive, actually collect loot and deposit the cotton candy somewhere. Maybe we'll put this just inside the gate here. I don't know how we'll do that. I don't know how they actually go out and gather or whatnot, but the circuit network? Okay, so maybe we're going to do the circuit network next, because I believe with the setting modules and the activity modules, I can actually have a little bit of control over the droids. Okay, anything here? Another greenhouse. Wind turbines, lights. We're using the more lights mod, so I really don't need to make lights. God, is there anything I actually need to oh, we did sulfur, didn't we? So maybe we should look at sulfuric acid. Water and sulfur dioxide. There's 2 ways to make the sulfuric acid, if I remember correctly. Unless that's changed again with the Bob's mods. Lubricant, sulfuric acid, sulfur, iron plate, and water. So maybe we should start thinking about sulfuric acid, which we'll need, I believe, for the batteries, if I recall. Okay, sulfur. What do we need to make sulfur? Water and petroleum. Do we really want to use our limited stocks of petroleum at this point? We're already using it for plastic. And we can take a look. We're down to, well, we got 3K. These are heavy and light are going to fill up quickly if I don't start finding something to do with them. Lubricant uses heavy. We don't need heavy for trees and resin anymore. Let's go ahead and do some sulfur. Chemical factory. Petroleum and water. So that would require me probably right up here. Would be a good spot. Let's do a chemical factory. Best spot for a break. I don't remember which one is which when it comes to... Okay, so the petroleum is on the left. That's not ideal. I think what we'll do is we'll move it down just a little bit. Sulfur. So the petroleum can come up here. A break and an underground. Actually, we really don't need the underground there. We're going to change this slightly. We're going to configure this so that its output is an extra length away. We can pick this one up. We can do a I like this the reachability of these inserters now. The range of motion. Okay, so the petroleum now comes across here. And in here, then we need water coming off of the carbon is probably good. And you know what? I forgot to start the timer again. That's fine. What time did this one start? 20 minutes into this one. Well, you know what? We want to use some underground here. I don't want to clutter up all of my space with... and you know what? Let's change this one to copper for the water. Okay, we have sulfur production now. Sulfur is going to be used to complete the batteries. Batteries take lead, plastic, and sulfuric acid. So, well, we have the plastic here. We have to... Oh, it's going to need sulfuric acid as the next stage then. Iron plates and water and sulfur. Okay, so now we need to actually figure out how to get iron plates out and about here. How's our wood looking? Oh, wow, wait a second here. I don't have wood in here anymore. What's going on? Is it just the greenhouse is taking a while? What we really ought to do is look at advanced greenhouses here. Lab research speed. Fertilizer, I think, might be the next thing we need. I'm not sure. We're actually probably going to have to double our greenhouses. Because, yeah, we ran out of wood. Didn't we look at wood on the production screen at the beginning of this session? What the heck? Raw wood, producing 15.4 a minute, consuming 15.5 a minute. Well, I guess it's only consuming that because that's all we're making. Okay, so yeah, we need to actually double our greenhouses. Batteries are almost done. We'll take a look and see what advanced greenhouse options there are. I know fertilizer is a possibility, but we don't have the nitrogen yet. We'll see what happens when this batch of wood gets produced. Make sure we have enough seedlings coming back in, which might be an issue because we're out of seedlings as well. So let's see what happens. Oh, they're not. Okay, they are picking up wood. Just not picking up a lot of it. Well, we have some extra wood here. Let's go ahead and feed them for a bit. And maybe upgrade these to fast inserters. Okay, one of these is stuck. That's what the problem is. Doesn't help when it gets stuck. Okay, that'll alleviate the problem a little bit here. We still have slow greenhouses, so we definitely need to double up our trees. We'll probably, I probably need to do that now. Because I've used up a lot of my space that I was planning on actually expanding my greenhouses. Okay, let's build 2 of them and see if we can duplicate this setup here. We might be able to. I might have just enough room there. 1, 2, 3 spaces. 1, 2, yeah, we have just enough room to do that, it looks like. Okay, there's batteries. Let's take a look at greenhouse. Okay, so fertilizer. Just needs nitrogen processing, which needs air compressors. Okay, let's do air compressors. That'll be a nice one. That's just red research too. We got 1 factory. Need 1 more. Might have to reroute this belt a little bit. Oh, we're out. We got no iron. Pretty sure there's actually a tier 2 greenhouse as well, but I don't see it. Okay, let's get the chests. We need 2 chests, 2 filter inserters, and I think that's it. So, copy those settings, put the chests. Oops, got a problem here. That's not far enough apart. Yikes. Get that out of the way. Filter inserters, where'd they go? There they are. Let's see. There. There. This one filters on wood. This one filters on trees. Okay, so I'm going to need some undergrounds here to give me a little bit of space, it looks like. This is going to be a little bit awkward, but I think I can still do it. I might be offset by 1 on this second factory here. Ooh, that's really awkward. Okay, we can do this. We have the technology. There we go. Okay, right click, left click, right click, left click. Then we have belt, belt, inserter, inserter, and the excess wood. There we go. Power it up. That's a large. I don't want a large. I want mediums. And find some excess wood. Let me go get some wood manually and just force feed that second batch. Oops. What did I just pick up? I picked up a turret, didn't I? Don't need a ton of it to force feed that second one. We'll get about 100. And then put that turret back down. Hey, my turret will have a better field of view. It'll have more scenery. Ooh, hey! Where'd you come from? I have things up here. I have company. Oh, they're coming here from the west. Oh, they broke through a wall already. Wow. Where's my turret? Put that turret back down. Where's my robots? Robots should be taking care of these. I've got robots. I know I do. I just made some more, and I didn't see it. Well, okay. I shouldn't say I know I do, because they have a habit of going and getting themselves killed, and I don't always see the messages. Okay, so I think I'm going to take this wood and dump it in. Okay, that'll get the second one online. And yeah, we're actually storing up wood again. So our resin is full, our circuit boards are full, so that's probably all that it took. Wood production should have doubled it, theoretically. 14.8 per minute. It might not account for the ones... oh, I know what we're missing. Can't double it if we don't have extra wood going in. 14.8 per minute. That'll probably show a doubling effect once those greenhouses actually produce their first batch of trees. Okay, yeah, I see I have some droids down here. Okay, we wanted to do nitrogen processing for fertilizer. So we'll take a look at that, and that'll improve our greenhouse capacity as well. And we also wanted to do the advanced, the circuit network. So those are my next two researches. We've got just a couple minutes left in this stream. How's, can we actually find our droids here? We have a couple down here. Now, I was reading, they don't like being in the middle of the factory because they get caught up, and we've seen it where they get caught on these belts and are running against the belt and not making any progress. Why aren't you making any more things? Oh, that's why I took the whatchamacallit out. Yes, that's a technical term. It's a technical germ too. Iron. Oh, we have an iron ore depletion. That's specific for that. So let us. Our iron ore belt is full, so it's not a huge deal. Our copper and iron feeding the factory is full. Do I have you not making any more? Oh, yeah, I took up the circuit cards. I guess I could just start mass producing. Hey, they picked up some loot. Don't know where from. And there's some just sitting out here. The guns have been busy. Let's go collect that while we're finishing this research. Once this research is finished and I set up the new research, we'll call it an end of the episode. Well, there we go. Circuit network, that will get us the... oh, wait. Before I do that, do I want to do the fertilizer? Let's do the fertilizer, then we'll do the circuit network. That will be next episode, however. Once again, thanks for joining, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. We're slowly making this look like a factory, I think. Even if it's somewhat compact right now because, well, we still haven't ventured outside of our starting area. We need to actually start looking at room to at actual expansion. Maybe take a look at some of these smaller looking kind of bases and maybe take some turrets out and start clearing a path. Ideally, we want to go northwest because there's a ton of oil out there. But if we want iron, it looks like we're going to have to expand to the southeast. There's also rutile, which is what, titanium, if I remember correctly. That is. Not much to the southwest, not much due west. So really, northwest for oil. There's some more stone up there. North for copper and coal. A little bit of nickel as well. A little bit of oil up there. Southeast for iron. We've got a lot to clear. This is going to be a very long-term playthrough, it would appear. But I think for now we'll call it quits. Thanks for joining, everybody. Not a lot done this episode. It doesn't seem like. Maybe got our wood production shored up a little bit. 15.9 per minute. We only ran out for that one batch. It should still be self-sufficient theoretically. We'll have to wait and see how it goes in the future episodes. But once again, thanks for joining. I'm going to stop rambling now. Have a great day. We'll catch you next time.